there. He's super good guy, man. Super good guy to work with. But above average at wrestling, too.
Two guys that know a thing or two about wrestling, all Americans, both of them. And then we had Vince Cornella out here earlier, and now we have Jacob Little Rock.
Ooh.
Or Stephen Little. I said Jacob.
See what you did there, bud. And Barr always high-paced, comes out firing, never shuts the engines down, and got in a little bit of a weird situation on a reversal and kind of smacked his head on the mat, kind of fuzzed him up for a little bit, and he slowed down a tad after that, and still got the win, obviously, here in the finals. I'm sure he's cleared out the cobwebs and he's ready to fire on all cylinders. And like we talked before, like a lot of people are like, man, why Penn State didn't send their starters? Why is Josh Barr here? It's because he got a late start to the season.
Yeah, just the two matches so far at the Journeyman Collegiate Duels. Now he's trying to up that count, make sure you qualify the weight class for the Big Ten championships.
But not only that, just hear a whistle blow, have a singlet on, and being a crowded gym. Straightaway shot there, head outside, Little locking in the crotch. Now this is interesting. Does Barr keep turning to the legs, or does he take the foot to the head, then turn down, and he just keeps the shoulder pressure in, covers the legs there, and gets the first takedown, 3-0 Barr.
Yeah, well, there you go. Firing on all cylinders. That's exactly what Josh Barr was. First takedown, 90 seconds into the bout. 3-0 lead. See what Coach Cunningham says. So, Stephen Little from Kentucky gets down in the bottom position. Barr from Michigan. Granby roll from Little.
Got to clear your ankles there. Kentucky not known as a wrestling state, but have been putting out some tough kids from Kentucky recently.
Well, case in point is going to be the Rainey brothers. They're going to be making a name for themselves in Stillwater soon enough. They got to finish their high school career, but huge potential for those two guys. And then Stephen Little, two-time All-American for Little Rock. I mean, we've sung the praises of Little Rock, but we could do it again here, taking a guy like Stephen Little. I think he was 50th on the big board.
Right.
Not the top 10 blue chip type guys, and already a two-time All-American. He's got 2 years of eligibility left.
Yeah, but even like along those lines too, you got kids like Spencer Moore coming out of there that was at UNC, now at Illinois now, like that were in the mix and in the national scene and in the prep high school scene coming out. So like there's little pockets you see of things starting to pick up, and like a lot of people like look at Georgia like 10 years ago and be like, man, you guys have come a long way, but it wasn't just like a couple people, right? It was clubs, it was high school coaches, it was organizations, it was a lot of things coming together to get that train rolling. But like you got to continue to do that stuff year over year, decade after decade, if you want to continue to be a wrestling state, and that's a lot of doggone work. And what you see in sports a lot of times is cyclical in a sense of like you'll get some dudes that are hot and heavy, and then their kids move on, and then they'll bow out, and then the next group that comes through that's supposed to carry the torch doesn't necessarily do it on the same level. So you see these ups and downs, and I hope that Georgia continues to stay on the rise, and I hope Kentucky can do the same thing, right? Like they got some momentum, ride that momentum.
The sport is stronger when non-traditional states start being competitive at this level.
100%.
Would love to see Kentucky get there. Great call with Spencer Moore, and Georgia really being an example of what it takes, and it takes a lot of families, a lot of communities.
Unbelievable amount of effort. Shout out the Peterson family, stand and switch there. I think, was it Ben Peterson hit had to have been 10 standing switches in like an Olympic final, dude. That's that the video's on YouTube. Go find it. It was unbelievable. Josh Barr is not going to stop shooting leg attacks.
Yeah, we saw
stall call.
And Little was favoring that leg that's taped up. He had to take some injury time. And hopefully that's going to not affect him too much more. Kind of like we saw with Zepeda, though.
Yeah.
You have so much go time with your injuries, and then you got to think about March.
Yeah, and what you don't want to see is a guy, ooh, counter offense right there. Arisman not happy one bit about it. And I don't know if we're going to see Little finish this match. Like,
every time he gets up off the mat, it's all right, let's do the other leg first this time, and then.
Yeah, and you don't know, I personally don't know what the injury is. If it's one of those like a cartilage hanging up type things, like you can kind of gut through it. Like if it's a tendon type situation, then, you know.
So
and let's see, right, this is a great angle too.
Yeah, stall call, and he tries to go around. He's not going to get the takedown.
Yeah, I think they were both out even before the toe drag, cylinder-wise.
Well, and with this, we mentioned this before, just because they don't go out of bounds when the stall gets called doesn't mean that there's no stall.
Right.
You can literally do it at any point. And I have to imagine it's mostly that knee that's causing Little to back out like that.
Yeah.
When the pressure is on him that a guy like Barr could put on you. And it was pretty clearly a backing out situation for Stephen Little.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of, like you said, we've been kind of conditioned now that, like, you can't get called for stalling unless you back straight out of bounds.
Right.
No.
That's how they used to have to do it back in the day.
Yep.
So we're back in action. Less than 20 seconds to go. Whatever that review was, they gave the brick back to Coach Arisman. We'll have 10 seconds before we hit the break for the period. Nice shot, I see from Little, but Barr a little too quick to react. And they're going clubs to the head there. Getting nice and physical.
Okay. Yeah, Dake sent me a little bit of clarity on the score, but it ended up no harm, no foul. Asher won, but like he gave me a little bit better explanation, so it should have been 13-9 at the end. They did. I said that apparently they did miss an escape in there, but thanks for the clarity, Kyle.
Appreciate you watching and for filling in Cliff and the rest of the watchers.
Yeah.
We
ain't paying you a dime as a statistician, though.
But when you got a mind like Dake's, a wrestling mind, then you want to hear what he has to say.
Sure. Or just discard him as a Penn State homer.
You said it. I'm a neutral observer if there ever was one.
I'm just calling everybody out. I want the smoke from DC. I want the smoke from Dake.
That's right.
They're far enough away from me, like they're not going to show up on my doorstep.
It's an incredible community. There's escape to make it 6-0. But it's
nice shot from Little.
It's expansive but small. Where it seems like every tournament it gets smaller.
Yeah, it's.
You mentioned all the next generation people, the families. You start to get to know everybody. It's special,
super
though.
Cool. Really, really cool. I've been blessed to this thing to be a significant part of my life and my business and my family. Like, it's really, really cool. And meanwhile, Josh Barr building on a lead. That was a nice little outside step there and penetrate that time.
Little's firing off shots with the knee taped up and everything. Barr too quick on the re-attack, though, and he's got that the taped leg.
Yep, he just
kind of where he wants
far
it.
leg reach here. Pretty easy to climb a leg covered in tape. Oh, and Little tries to go leg whip out of bounds. Not a bad idea.
No takedown.
Oh, they called takedown.
Oh,
they gave it right before Little leg whipped.
I thought he grabbed the
I
far
did
ankle
too.
in time.
Almost got there.
And Little, that move also looked like it tweaked him a little. But he's toughing it out. They'll get much tougher than Stephen Little.
Yeah, it's something you hate to see, especially this part in the season. It's like you don't have enough season to get a significant injury recovered and healthy.
Right.
But
that's what makes these guys D1 wrestlers, and very few people are able to make it to that level.
Unbelievably tough. Unbelievably tough. Just to make it through a season and to be at the dance at the end of the year and be in that building means something, and to be standing on those wooden boxes at the end means something even crazier than that. And we got a Granby Almost to a 5-point finish there for Little. He's got to clear the head, and he does. Nice little peek out.
Yeah.
So some life left in the Kentucky boy.
Well, he gets on the board, right? Didn't get shut
yeah.
out. That's a moral victory, and that's the escape that was eluding Campos in a 184-pound match. Instead of going right back at him,
Right.
said, time to get the one. We'll worry about the next step after that.
Just
Eye
knowing
poke.
what you need. Yep. Barr feels bad about it. Slap hands.
Yeah. Unless you're, I don't know, Russian wrestler from 2010 or so, you don't normally try to do an eye poke.
Shout out to Sargoosh.
Now the head coach.
One of the dirtiest wrestlers of all time.
On the mat, it was tough.
Holy smokes. That's funny. Little dash of eye pokes mixed in with a splash of singlet pulls.
Yeah. Whatever you get away with is legal, right? Third period underway. Our penultimate bout here at the Southern Scuffle.
Y'all need to do a countdown of top 10 most dirtiest wrestlers of all time. That'd be amazing.
We'd have to keep it to the international guys.
Yeah, you'd offend some domestic people.
Although, there's some guys.
You could say meanest.
Meanest? Yeah.
But really mean dirty.
A euphemism.
Little's like, come on, dude, just go out of bounds. My knee's covered in tape.
Yeah, and he's like, you're not going to climb up without going out of bounds, and you're not dragging me in.
And again, Barr's one of the nicest guys on the planet, but the task in front of him is to wrestle.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
like, he's not
well,
out
and
there
if the
trying to
roles
hurt
were
him.
reversed, everybody understands it's the same.
100%.
It's the game.
He's not sweeping the leg from Karate Kid. Like, he's I mean, he's legitimately trying to score a takedown. It's unfortunate. Like, Barr don't want to wrestle Little out here injured. He wants to wrestle the 100% guy.
Yeah. If you ask all these guys, how, or is my opponent going to come out here limping, or are we going to have a real match? They want their real matches.
Now, NCAA final, I might not mind wrestling a guy out there with.
Well, you're not gonna say, wait, hold on, let's postpone this NCAA finals.
Not at all.
Nice snap.
And that's the thing. Little's timing some of these pretty doggone good. Yeah, I think they let him off the hook there with the straight back out, but and Nick Lee wasn't happy about it.
Well, we got 30 seconds now. The countdown is on. Barr is going to take this one, and I'm going to look at the team score because I think we may see Penn State walk out of here with the team title.
With a half a team.
With 6 guys, and yeah, I think they put it out of reach. They got 138. Crazy. They're going to pick up some more points here. I think 14 points. My math, if I remember how all that works. But yeah, this will be their 5th champ with 6 guys here.
How selfish of them. They come in here with half a team and win the title.
A great effort by Stephen Little. We got one more bout to come out. We're going to look at some replays of Barr. Wow, an impressive guy. Wrestling's better with him healthier.